Coming up, what you need to know about mail-in ballots, plus a new bike trail being built on campus, and the UT-System Student Regent visits UTRGV. KVAQ-TV starts now. Hey vaqueros, I'm Dathan Tervino. This is the 8th fall edition of KVAQ-TV. Today is Monday, October 21st, and at the top of the newscast. Today marks the start of early voting for the 2024 election cycle, running until Friday, November 1st. Reporter Celine Bocanegra with the need-to-know details for voters interested in casting a mail-in ballot.
Elections administrators for both Hidalgo and Cameron County are answering voting questions like what you need to vote, where to vote, and how to vote through mail. Hidalgo County Elections Administrator Hilda Salinas lists the eligibility criteria to vote by mail in Hidalgo County. To vote by mail, a person may be eligible if they are expected to give birth within 3 weeks before or after Election Day, absent from the county of registration during the early voting period and on Election Day, confined in jail but otherwise eligible, civically committed under Chapter 841 of the Texas Health and Safety Code. Cameron County Elections Administrator Remy Garza says if a Cameron County resident is eligible to vote by mail, the county will mail the ballot to their place of residence. He gives us 2 examples of those who may be eligible.
An individual who's going to be out of Cameron County, somebody who is 65 years or older, or somebody who has a disability.
Garza says you can request an application for ballot by mail by calling 956-544-0809 or by visiting CameronVotes.com. You can then cast a mail-in ballot to Cameron County Department of Elections and Voter Registration at 1050 East Madison Street in Brownsville. If you live in Hidalgo County Elections Administrator Hilda Salinas says you can send a mail-in ballot to 213 South Klosner Boulevard in Edinburgh or by faxing to 956-393-2039. You can also email your ballot to co.hidalgo.tx.us.
But please keep in mind that if you decide to email it or to fax it, we do need to have the original here in our office within 4 business days.
Garza goes on to explain how every poll has been made accessible for voters with disabilities.
But if you have special circumstances, we ask that you contact our office just so we can make sure that either we have an accommodation that can facilitate it. We do have ADA compliant machines at each of the polling locations that if they need help reading the ballot or seeing the size of the font on the ballot, or even if they're unable to read the ballot themselves.
As a reminder for those who plan on voting by mail, make sure to have a valid form of identification, such as a Texas state ID or your election identification certificate. And if a helper is used, their name and address needs to be written next to the applicant's signature. Helpers must also sign the application. The deadline to apply to vote by mail is October 25th. For KVAQ-TV in Edinburgh, Celine Bocanegra.
Registered and eligible voters may cast a ballot at any early voting location in their county of residence, including the ones at UTRGV. In Cameron County, voters may cast a ballot at Salon Gardenia in the Student Union on the Brownsville campus at the following hours of operation. Hidalgo County voters may also cast a ballot in the Edinburgh Student Academic Center lobby during the times and days on screen. Voters are required to bring one of the 7 forms of ID, which includes a Texas driver's license, a personal state ID, or one of the others listed on screen. Election Day is November 5th. For more information on voting, visit votetexas.gov. Just after a hit and run near campus last month, the university is working to ensure pedestrian safety on crosswalks and on the Bronx Trail by adding a bike and hike trail. Bedla Cortez with the details.
In the last 4 months, university police have reported at least 2 auto-pedestrian accidents. According to university police reports, a student was struck by a vehicle in mid-June and sustained minor injuries. A second incident in September, police say a cyclist was struck by a vehicle near campus by 3 UTRGV football players. Now, UTRGV's Environmental Health, Safety, and Risk Management has revealed a hike and bike trail to keep everyone safe.
We're building a hike and bike trail that goes outside most of the buildings. It's connecting, it makes a big loop all the way around campus. And so that's going to be the dedicated space for bikes and for scooters.
Interim Director of Environmental Health, Safety, and Risk Management, Matthew Monkis, explains what the university has done so far to ensure pedestrian safety.
We've identified things that we can do regarding increasing visibility for the students, increasing awareness of where the crosswalks are, increasing police patrolling so that there's nobody speeding on that road. On the Edinburgh campus, we've repainted several of the crosswalks to make it very clear that that's where students need to cross.
University Police Community Engagement Officer Marco Huerta speaks on how its department is planning to increase police presence and increase advertisement on pedestrian safety awareness.
We do campus safety at least 2 times a month via Zoom, and people are more than welcome to come on the presentation through the UTRGV training portal. They can sign up. Our administration has asked all officers to make sure they're vigilant, especially on all breezeways, crosswalks, and any other areas where heavy pedestrian traffic is at.
Assistant Chief of Police Esmeralda Guerra warns if students use transportation devices on the Bronx Trail, University Police may begin giving referrals and citations.
If it becomes a problem that the same student is continue to violate that policy, then we will proceed with a referral to student rights and responsibilities, or we can proceed with contacting Parking and Transportation to issue a citation for the policy violation.
A few reminders for cyclists. Do not use bicycles, scooters, or skateboards on the Bronx Trail. Be sure to ride near the curb, traveling in the same direction as traffic. And to make sure your bike has a light in the front and a red light in the back when cycling at night. Here are other safety reminders for pedestrians to keep in mind. Do not use your cell phone, earbuds, or any device that will distract you from focusing on your surroundings. Look both ways before crossing. Monkis says the bike and hike trail is expected to be completed by the end of this year. If you're interested in being part of the campus safety training Zoom meetings, visit utrgv.edu/EHSRM. For KVAQ-TV in Edinburgh, Perla Cortez.
The newly appointed University of Texas System Student Regent visited the UTRGV Brownsville campus last Thursday. Anthony John Dragon was appointed as the Student Regent in the UT system for a 1-year term by Governor Greg Abbott. He is visiting the 13 UT system campuses to listen to student concerns about campus issues and learn more about the culture and environment. Dragon speaks on how his experience as a student will help him in his new role.
I would hope that I bring a well-rounded perspective to the role, but I also realize that I can't and don't know everything, and even my experience at those campuses can be very different from the next guy over. That, coupled with my time working, I really would like to have a focus on career readiness, a focus on physical health. It's one thing to hear about it, but it's another thing to go to the institution and see firsthand for yourself the population that they're serving, the background, the community that they're operating from.
According to the University of Texas System website, Dragon is from Midland, Texas, and is a 4th-year medical student at the University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center. Every 39 minutes, one person in the U.S. dies in a drunk driving accident. That's according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Mothers Against Drunk Driving is working to change that statistic. Mothers Against Drunk Driving, or MAD, is an organization that has worked to end impaired driving, as well as serving as support for victims of these crimes since 1980. Despite having one location in the RGV, program specialist Mara Torres says MAD has 2 staff members in the Hidalgo and Cameron County areas, a victim liaison and a community liaison.
Let's say I was impacted by DWI, she would, and you know, when we get impacted, we're not in the right state of mind. So what better way than having that person guide you? She's an advocate. And we just try to spread prevention because we're early on, we can get it head on, you know, and make students aware, the youth.
The Mothers Against Drunk Driving office in Edinburgh is located at 4751 South Jackson Road. For more information, visit madd.org or call 956-682-5928. As the season continues for the UTRGV women's tennis team, practice is in full swing. Here's our reporter Desiree Villanueva.
UTRGV women's tennis started off the season with a bang in the first tournament in Kingsville. The Vaqueros took on the Javelina Jam, leaving with 13 wins throughout the two-day competition. The preparation continues for the Southland Conference Fall Championship on October 25th through the 27th in Hammond, Louisiana. Women's tennis head coach Wes Knott tells us what the team is working on based on last tournament's performance and what is going to be different for the next.
I think the competition will be a little bit tougher all around. I think we're going to be the underdogs going in just because we have some of our other players going to go play a conference tournament. So we're going to have a shortened lineup, but it's going to be great for the other players to get some opportunities against some higher level players. But what they can expect is for us to play with a lot of energy as usual and to compete our faces off and, give it our all and try to represent the Valley in a positive manner.
The Vaqueros are hosting a free junior tennis clinic held from 10 a.m. to noon on November 2nd at the North Brownsville Park and Tennis Center. The clinic will be open to kids from kindergarten to 9th grade. Registration is still available on goutrgv.com/tennis clinic. You can also sign up for the tennis clinic on our website, UTRGVTV.com. For KVAQ-TV in Edinburgh, Desiree Villanueva.
That's all for our newscast. Make sure to watch us Monday through Friday on VCast monitors and on social media. For KVAQ-TV, I'm Dathan Dervino. V's up.